Hi, this is Karen, and welcome to week 15. We just ended week 14 and want to say thank you to Jenna, Tanya, Alan, Candace, and Julie for their presentation of Chapter 9. We discussed in the forum intelligence and intelligence theories, and we completed the quiz over Chapters 7 through 9. They provided, the Chapter 9 synthesis team provided a word cloud that you all participated in when you provided your one word for intelligence. And so check out that word cloud and how that worked out with really empathetic being the largest exemplar of what we view as intelligence. So that's very interesting. Notice that another group could have a different showing for their word cloud. So again, thank you to the Chapter 9 Brain and Cognitive Function team. We're moving now to week 15 and Chapter 10, Adult Learning in the Digital Age. And that is brought to you by Tisha, Andy, Sam, John, and Keisha. And so they have for you this week, besides the presentation, which is also something that I think you'll really enjoy, is a survey asking you some questions about your experience with digital learning. And they'll get back to you with the findings, the results of that survey this week. And they've got for you a TED Talk and an article. The forum this week is going to be extra credit. We didn't plan on it because every team has really worked hard on forum questions. We will have those forums that were planned as non-forum weeks, as free weeks, and again, they are optional. But if you think that extra credit would benefit you, then go ahead and do the forum. This week, we also have our individual project due. So don't forget to check two things: the instructions for the project and the rubric. Both things together, the instructions for the project and the rubric. So do provide that so that you address things like pros and cons and your assumptions going in as you are developing this project. Perhaps if you're interviewing an adult educator, your assumptions about teaching and learning. If you were instead doing something with regard to your community adult learning opportunities, then what were your thoughts? What were your assumptions about those offerings that were in your area, and maybe the way in which they would be offered, and maybe there's a segment that is somehow omitted in your area and that you would want to address your assumptions as a result of that. So those are the things that you'll talk about, as well as providing in the critical thinking paper that is usually due with most of those things. And by the way, if you're doing the educational biography or any of the others, please provide any kinds of graphics that you think would benefit your piece, your project. So those are always welcome and encouraged. So then we have coming up the last day of the course, May 9th, we have the quiz and the reflection paper. So we're going to talk about reflections on that in that week, which is going to be our week 17. So the quiz over chapters 10 through 12 are going to be during that week. And so just want you to be aware of that, and so you can be preparing for those things. With that, let's begin Chapter 10, Adult Learning in the Digital Age, and see you online.